reason why you're recording me?
Yeah, to document my business.
Okay, well, I'm recording you also.
What's your name?
I don't have to tell you.
So are you trying to intimidate me when I'm trying to file an officer complaint?
I'm just recording you.
Are you trying to intimidate me while I'm trying to file an officer complaint?
I really don't know where those forms are. I have
well,
no
go
idea.
find them. Where's your boss? What is your name, sir? I need you to identify. I can't see a name on there.
That's because there's not a name on there.
Accountability Angel is an awesome channel. She's dedicated to the auditing community and holding her public officials accountable. She's been mistreated by them, bullied, jailed, and more. She just keeps going. She won't be persuaded to stop. She won't be intimidated into submission. In this video, you're going to see a cop who doesn't follow policy, doesn't know that the people have rights, and doesn't even know how to do his job. We've seen many cops on video that don't even wear their name tags. How are we the people supposed to identify them when they screw up? Let me read you a quick comment from Leslie Sylvan, a loyal and longtime supporter of our channel. As OG SJVT has said, have those badge numbers blazoned on their backs of their uniforms, like football players. That's right, folks. I believe cops' names and badge numbers should be placed on them like athletes so that we can be able to identify them from far away. This is the culture of policing, no accountability. They put their names on their uniforms a millimeter in size, then cry about officer safety when you get too close to them to try to identify them. What an upside down way of policing. This cop is comfortable under his umbrellas of protection bad cops get. His smug face and smile says it all. The truth is, cops are not your friends. Their goal is to incarcerate as many people as possible for job security for himself and the tyrannical government he's loyal to. Cops swear an oath to the Constitution, but that's a massive hoax perpetrated on the people. We've already proven that on this channel hundreds of times. This is an example of what I'm talking about. Watch this video and see how a law-abiding people get treated. Make sure to subscribe to her channel and show her support. This also lets the coward cops know that when they mess with her, we the people are watching. Let's get right to the video, folks.
Hello.
Hello.
What can I do for you?
They didn't tell you what I needed?
They said you wouldn't tell them what you needed.
No, I specifically told them I needed an officer complaint form, an officer to tell me how to go about that process, and 2 FOIA request forms. They've had me waiting here for like 10 minutes and said that you...
I was in the middle of a test.
Well, I get that, but they didn't even tell you what I was here for.
Is there a reason why you're recording me?
Yeah, to document my business.
Okay, well, I'm recording you also.
I see that, sir. You're supposed to. I love that you have a body cam on. Are you kidding me? I think every one of you guys need
now, what
one.
do you need again? I'm sorry.
2 FOIA request forms.
And what?
2 Freedom of Information Act forms, and then
get those from the county attorney's office. You won't get them from us.
Since when? You guys are supposed to, have you read the FOIA list?
Well, that's a lie. You can possibly get a FOIA request form from the county attorney's office, but they should be readily available at the sheriff's office as well. And this isn't the last lie that comes out of this cop's mouth. I guess he's taking up the Supreme Court's offer to go ahead and lie to the people at will. Cops can't be trusted. Do not call these killers to help with family situations. They're only trained in brute force and compliance.
The what?
You guys don't have Freedom of Information Act forms here?
Not that I'm aware of. The office is not open right now, and I'm not a clerk.
So, okay, and what about an officer complaint form?
I don't do those either. You'll have to contact a supervisor.
Another lie. You do not have to contact a supervisor to make a complaint on a cop. The people can do those anonymously. How many lies will come out of this dishonest cop's mouth today? These auditing videos should be used in court cases to show the jury the truth about lying cops.
Well, then why didn't they send me a supervisor?
Because there is no supervisor out right now.
Well, you guys don't have a form for officer complaints that you can hand me. Oh, that's public record. What's your name, sir? What's your name?
I don't have to tell you.
Another lie. This cop can't even keep a straight face. I wonder how many lies this cop told his mommy while he was growing up. I bet if she saw this video, she'd know without a shadow of a doubt that he's lying. Cops do have to identify when asked by the people. They could be the next Jeremy DeWitt, serial police impersonator, for all we know.
Are you trying to intimidate me when I'm trying to file an officer complaint?
I'm just recording you.
Are you trying to intimidate me while I'm trying to file an officer complaint?
I really don't know where those forms are. I have
well,
no
go
idea.
find them. Where's your boss? What is your name, sir? I need you to identify. I can't see a name on there.
That's because there's not a name on there.
You understand that now your personal cell phone is going to be FOIA requested.
The county pays for it.
Oh, well, great. Great.
But that also
So,
means
but
your
you know,
cell phone
no,
is
you
on
need to understand. No,
Yeah.
I didn't commit a crime.
I haven't either.
It's a Freedom of Information Act. You're a public servant, right?
Who are we complaining on? I don't even understand.
I want a freaking complaint form, sir, and I expect
your
you.
demeanor.
Why?
Because
Why?
I'm not doing anything to you.
No, you're recording me while I'm trying to. No. You are recording me. Listen to me so I can tell you my problem. You asked, I'm trying to tell you. I'm trying to turn in an officer complaint form and get the form to fill out and find out the process. And instead of telling me how to do it,
I don't know.
Listen. Instead of telling me how to do it, or whoever I was talking to, they were all asking questions, trying to find out information. Wait. And then also you, instead of just telling me the information I need to know, you bust out your cell phone trying to record somebody that might be wanting to file an anonymous complaint. It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. If I'm complaining on an officer, you don't need to be sitting there recording me like that. You already have a body cam. You're just doing it to intimidate me. You know what? Sir, I need my FOIA request.
I'm going to go in here and see if I can find you.
Good, I've been waiting. You came out here to, what was your name? I've asked you your name. Yeah, I'm allowed to. Don't you understand that? The law allows me to. I have constitutional rights.
That's outstanding.
Well, what's your name, sir?
I'm gonna see if
Are you a representative of this sheriff's office and you won't even tell me your name and you don't even have your name on here?
Not required to have my name on here, but my
You won't
last
even
name is Peg.
Peg? How do I?
P-E-C-K.
P-E-C-K? Thank you. Please get my forms though instead of trying to argue with me and make me upset. That's terrible. I actually need 2 officer complaint forms. Thank you.
Handy.
You gotta love the way she's talking to this cop. He didn't think she was gonna know her rights like this.
Asshole. You guys see how he is. He has a problem with me recording out here. Oh God, there's a couple.
Don't go anywhere, folks. Keep watching. The deputy goes inside and calls the police on her. Now, if you thought that these cops were gonna do any better than Pecker over there, you're sadly mistaken. These cops are just as bad.
But because it was that hard to give me my forms and to just tell me how to do it. How are you? Do you work here? Oh, what was your name, sir? What do you need?
Police department.
What do you need?
Well, you're standing here.
Yeah, I'm trying to, what I came here for, but what was your name, sir? Before I tell you my business.
Police department.
Sorry, what?
Hampton would be Benton.
Hampton? Okay, so I came here and pressed the button and stuff, trying to get my FOIA request forms and my complaints. And then the guy that came out, Officer Peck, or Deputy Peck, after several minutes, he was being a jerk. And instead of, I was asking about the officer complaint process and what I need to do. And instead of like getting the papers like I had originally requested to dispatch on the button, which he already should have known, he starts recording me with his cell phone. I knew he had body cam, but he took his cell phone out trying to intimidate me out of the complaint. That's the problem. But I wanted one of their deputies, which you don't even work here. You do, right? But to explain the complaint process to me and what I need to do, because I noticed that it says notary. Do I have to have that notarized by my bank, by somebody here? Any of that he wouldn't tell me. And I also, they never gave me the Freedom of Information Act form either. I don't know why they called you here when all I needed was an officer complaint. But do you understand the problem with that? I shouldn't have all of you guys coming up to me.
Yes, you can take it to your bank. You can take it up to anybody and get it notarized if you choose to do so.
And you're speaking on behalf of the sheriff's office, right?
I mean, he can tell you that.
I just want to make sure. I've been told things, and then they say, well, you know, it just kicked around the bush. I don't know why I have 2 officers here instead of just the one guy. Give me the damn complaint, tell me what to do, and let me go about my business. And then because I was recording, he chose to start recording me trying to intimidate me out of my complaint. I have every right to document my business, right? Especially my business with law enforcement. That's been ruled on. We all know that, right?
Okay, whatever. Anyway,
What do you mean, whatever? You're rude.
Deputy Peck.
This cop immediately shows his true colors, and that's the blue line. Cops these days are seriously sick in the head, treating people like crap. Okay, whatever. Like if her complaint is unimportant. I do like the fact that she did not hesitate in calling him rude to his face.
What do you mean, whatever? Is that how you speak to the citizens, dude? Are you serious? I wasn't rude to you at all, right? Was I?
I'm not being rude.
You are.
Right. What I was going to explain.
You know what?
Deputy Peck gave you all that. So our dispatch center, who's right in there, called me to come over here and see if you needed anything else.
No, I asked them for a different officer because Deputy Pecker didn't want to give me the correct info. Deputy Pecker didn't even want to identify it first. I don't know why you guys, none of you, is that normal in Kentucky that you guys don't wear badges? Or your name badges?
Yeah, we normally do, but we all wear overvests, so we don't have name tags.
Oh, on those?
Yeah.
Is it a requirement in this state for you guys to identify the public when you engage them, if they request?
What do you mean by identify the public?
Identify yourself. When I say, hey, what's your name? You tell me whatever, Hampton. You know what I mean? Because he refused to at first. So I didn't even know who I was talking to from your sheriff's office. Then he was being a big jerk, taking his phone out, recording me, when I could have wanted to file. What?
Do you want us to explain those papers to you?
Yeah, that's what I wanted from him. That's all I wanted. That's what I asked for.
That way you can actually look at it.
I'm not going on your hood. No, sir.
Then prop your hand up here, and he can tell you which part to fill out.
There you go, man.
All right. So you just start. You start here. This is for the office. This is what the office will do. You just start here. Fill out what your complaint is. Your narrative of what your complaint is. The notary, like you said.
Now, by law, do they have to have notary here?
And then, I don't know by law, but I mean, if you want it to be formal, I think it's probably a good idea to go ahead and do it.
Okay.
And then your information. And this is for the office as well, back here on the findings of the complaint. Same here.
So they will notify me of their findings, like whether it was just nothing or something?
If you ask them to, they probably will.
Oh, excellent. See, and what was your name, sir?
Deputy Green.
Green?
Soft color. Yeah.
Now, are they going to give me my FOIA forms, or do you guys not offer them, or what's the deal with that? Freedom of Information Act, the forms.
Okay, what forms? What
Free-
forms are you needing?
I need the request form so I can request information. You guys don't have
like an open records request?
like a public records, freedom of
Okay.
information.
Yeah,
You've
have
ever
to
heard
do
of
that
it?
Monday through Friday.
We cannot come here today since I'm already here doing my business?
The office ladies have to do it Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30.
Okay.
Do it then.
And who can I turn them into? I have to come Monday through Friday? What if I work those
Yeah.
exact hours?
Well, then,
I have to take off work?
then you should probably have somebody else come do it for you.
Can they do that? If it's something regarding maybe, say, a specific case for me, you know how they have to redact, I see that smile. You know how they have to redact the information, like personal info? Then if I send, say, my sister, they would end up having to take out the information I may or may not have needed.
So then you should probably, if you work those exact hours, you should probably take a couple hours off if you really want it that bad.
That's crazy. And do they have a law for that? Like the specific hours I have to turn in or receive the forms?
Specific law. What do you
Yeah, do you guys have a law? Because you guys have your Freedom of Information Act, you guys have your Kentucky State, whatever. Does it state that it has to be between the hours of 8 and 4:30 or whatever, Monday through
No,
Friday?
that's just who has access to it. We don't have
So you
access
guys,
to
you
it.
don't just simply have access to a form that should be readily available.
We don't, no, the deputies do not. No.
That's crazy. Who can I talk to about, like, who should I call and talk to on Monday, like, regarding that? Your sheriff or
You
who?
can come up here and talk to the ladies in the front office.
Well, I will not be here then, luckily for you. But so can I call and speak to who, your sheriff, or do you have like somebody that oversees the records department or whoever makes that rule?
The ladies at the front.
I don't
desk.
understand why.
You can come up here Monday through Friday, 8 to 4:30.
Really?
Yeah.
And I can't
Really.
get a complaint form. Well, originally I
You've
couldn't
got
get a
the
complaint
complaint
form. He wouldn't let me get the complaint form at first. He said I had to come back. I said, well, if he's out there doing some fucked up shit at 3 a.m. on a traffic stop on a Saturday, then that shit needs to be addressed. You know what I mean? Not saying he did, but you know,
Most
that
of us
happens.
Wait till Monday morning to complain. I mean, honestly, that's where all my complaints come from, Monday morning.
Yeah, well, you might just do something bad enough that it needs to be addressed. You know, it's not just a whatever, like the way you talk to me. You could be doing something bad. Well, just officers in general. Does that make sense? Now, does the jail have their FOIA request forms available? Because I will be going to ask.
That's a different agency.
Well, so is he, but you guys sent the police here when you guys got guns yourself.
What does that have to do with the jail?
I'm just confused as to why.
Well, the jail's over here.
Uh-huh.
You can go talk to them about their forms.
Excellent. And I'm not going to be harassed by other people.
That's a totally different entity.
Because now that he's here, I would understand why they called you. They told me I requested a different deputy, but because he's here, I don't get why
He's here
he
for
has
the
any
business.
reign over
City
this.
limits.
But did somebody call the police on me? Did they request assistance?
Our dispatcher called and said you were still here and wanted me to handle it because because obviously Pecker couldn't handle it for you. Correct? That's what you called him, right? That's hilarious. I think that's great.
Cops making fun of cops, folks. Now we're getting somewhere. Seems like we're really making some progress with these videos now.
Yeah. I think that's
He
great.
called him Pecker too.
So yeah, obviously if it couldn't handle it for you, maybe they were thinking I can handle your problem. But obviously Green and I have handled you today, and are they open right there? Or does she have to go over here to the side door?
It may be a better idea.
I tried to go in the back, and then some mean guy came up and yelled at me.
Right here.
We'll show you.
That door right there, you see that little push button?
Uh-huh.
Just push that, tell them what you're here for,
All right.
and they'll send somebody out here for you.
Now, and is that detention center, is that the same as the jail, or are those two separate things?
It
Is
all
that,
connects together.
do you guys have a juvenile detention in this county? No? All right. Thank you. All right. So we're going to try this one and see how it goes, guys. I still don't understand why they called the town police on me. I was actually going to go there too, so maybe I still will. See how friendly they are this time. They were mean to me a minute ago. Or a while ago. Hello, I need 2 Freedom of Information Act forms. And do you guys have a deputy complaint form like for the COs?
No, we do not.
How would one go about complaining on a corrections officer?
You can come up here Monday and talk to the jailer.
Nobody is willing to take my complaint right now?
No, honey, the office is closed.
But you didn't even ask if it was an emergency.
If it was an emergency, I do believe you'd have told me. Were you not just at the sheriff's office?
Yes, ma'am, but I'm here trying to talk about the jail, not the sheriff's office.
Well, the office is closed.
Well,
If
you're
you want to
the.
come in and sit here, I don't know what to tell you, but you need to get away from our door, okay?
Why do I need to get away from your door? The deputy's
Because
just.
I'm busy.
Honey, the deputy just told me to come back here and walk me this way. So why do I need to get away when he told me to come? You guys hear how rude she is?
Accountability Angel does outstanding work. I love the way she approaches this. She knows exactly what she's doing, why it needs to be done. And she was right. She was not even being rude to these cops. She was asking questions, trying to get some complaint forms, some FOIA request forms. Now I understand that it's the weekend. They wanted her to go Monday through Friday between 8 and 4 to 5 p.m. But there's no need to be rude about it. These public servants could be professional with the people, but they choose not to. And that's why it's important to record and document these interactions so that we, the people, can actually see what's happening out there. These are not isolated incidents. This is happening in every department. If you question their authority, they get upset. Government wants unbridled power, and they will use the strong arm, which is the cops, to get it. We the people are not tolerating this nonsense. It's un-American. It goes against the very foundation this country was built upon. Freedom. When the people fear the government, there is tyranny. When the government fears the people, there is liberty. That's a quote from Thomas Jefferson. Before you guys go, we're going to give you the First Amendment of the Constitution. It's important that you guys know this, memorize this, and you'll be able to say it as quick as I do. You have the freedom of speech, freedom of press, freedom of religion, freedom of assembly, and freedom to petition your government for a redress of grievances. You don't need a press pass to press on, just like you don't need a religion pass to go to church. These documents were not written to give you your rights. You were born with natural rights. These documents were written to limit the scope of authority that cops and government has over we the people. And that's why cops don't care when you tell them that you know your rights. That's why they scoff at you when you demand answers. Cops swear an oath to the Constitution in order to get that gun and badge. But the funny thing is, we cannot find videos of cops actually knowing their oath. Folks, I'm going to go ahead and drop Accountability Angel's original channel link in the description and in the pinned comment. I would like for you guys to go subscribe to her channel. Go show her the support that she deserves. She's been dealing with a lot with these cops. They've tried to target her, harass her, intimidate her. They don't like the fact that she's asking questions. We the people need to have each other's backs, especially if we're out there putting it on the line recording cops. All right, folks, I want to thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you subscribe to my channel as well. If you have videos you want us to look at, send them to recordpolicenow@gmail.com. Give us as much information as possible. And don't forget to hit that bell, folks, so you don't miss our videos. We will see you guys on the next one. Peace.